What up? What up, KC? It's Raw KC Podcast, where we are real ass women having real ass conversations. And guess what? I have a special guest, and we're in a special place because it's just that type of vibe we're vibing today. Who do I have with me today?
I am Rose with the Butae on your airwaves. I should be a rapper.
And she got Butae. She really got Butae.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you are doing well.
Yes, why don't you, for those that don't know you, tell us about yourself? Because you have your own podcast. You do a lot
I
of things.
do.
So, tell us.
AKA your favorite half lesbian. I have Let's Talk About It with Rose podcast. We're about to start filming season 2.
Okay.
Actually, we stopped filming for a little bit because my partner, my better half, has cancer and
We're gonna get
he had to go
this
through
gone.
chemo and stuff. So we just decided at that moment to pause. But I also am a burlesque entertainer, and I'm also a social worker
Okay.
and a women's advocate. So particularly Black women.
Okay. I love that. It sounds like you have a lot of different lives, like myself. And I
Yeah,
love that.
too many. But yes, absolutely, absolutely.
On top of being a mother, that's
Yes.
like a
An
job in
ex-wife. No, just
oh, an ex-wife.
yes, no, definitely. And living my best life for sure. But yes, no, I do a lot. I do a lot, but I like being busy. It takes up a lot of time.
Same.
Mhm.
What's your sign?
I am a Pisces.
Okay, a Pisces.
I am
That's
a
interesting.
Pisces. Yes, my birthday is March 2nd. And the irony is I gave birth to two cancers and one Pisces.
Oh, when are your Cancer's birthday?
July 5th and July 15th.
Oh, I have a Cancer in there. July 3rd.
Yes, yes. My
But
dad
she's
is
my
July.
balance.
Is she?
Yeah,
What's
I'm
your
a
sign?
Sagittarius.
Oh Lord, let me
Yeah.
get off this couch. Oh Lord. No, I'm just kidding. I joke, I joke.
But I love a Cancer. She is amazing. I have a Gemini. And he's like hype like me. He's
Yes,
like it's a difference around here.
yeah, my best friend, well, Joel, who's also my other half, he's a Gemini. So
Oh,
but I get along with him
really?
just fine.
Okay.
I'd be like, all right, play crazy if you want to. I get along with his good side and his crazy
Yeah,
side. So
so
we
both
good.
of them.
Yeah.
You understand.
I understand, and I know when crazy is about to come back out, and I just kind of sit back and I
Shout
feel.
out to JoJo. I'm learning, baby. I'm 8 years in. I'm 8 years in.
They are a fun ride, trust me.
Okay, so as a person, like describing you, who is Rose Boutte?
A lot of things. A lot of things. Rose is only like a small fraction of me. Erica is the house that Rose lies under, and
Okay.
I would say all of them in me are a lot of fun. We are very ambitious. We are just drinking our water and minding our motherfucking business.
I love that. Y'all see, this is like my first person has understands that all of them, like me, like I have three of me, and she has how many of you?
Several women.
She has several
I have
of
several.
her, and
I
she
have several.
understands them. So as long as you understand them, it's okay. And get somebody that understands all of y'all, and you'll be
Yeah,
okay.
some of them you don't want to piss off. I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
I get it. I really get it. So, as a child, what inspired you as a child?
What do you mean?
Like your old self?
So I'm a military brat. I'm the
Mm.
daughter of two Air Force people
Oh,
who met in the Air Force and fell in
oh,
love and got married. And so I got to travel. I got to live outside of the country and stuff at a young age. And
mm,
so for me, getting to be around people drive me. I love people and I love learning about people. Is probably why I'm a really good social worker. But
mhm.
yeah, no. So I hell, it's not even a shock why I'm a social worker, to be honest. I'm telling you this. When I was 5 years old, you remember to feed the children? commercials that they used to have. I remember the
She's trying to
first
feed the
time.
children.
Yes, I saw it and I just bawled my eyes out. I was like, why are there hungry children like this? I'm 5 years old. And so that's just always been me. You know, I just
I
love
love that.
people. I've always been soft hearted.
So, how did you end up here in our area, KC?
So, long story short, my dad took a buyout. So my mom got out of the military like after they got married.
Mm-hmm.
And we moved to Italy and then we moved back here for a little bit. And then when we were living in California after my sister was born, there was this thing in the military in which they were paying people to retire. So my dad took that and he started a whole new career in banking. And so we moved to Omaha, where he's from. We also lived in Pensacola for a little bit too, where my mom is from. And then we ended up here right before I started high school. I don't know if you remember this bank, but there used to be a black bank named Douglas National Bank that was on 63rd Street, where the police station and everything is, or
Oh,
is it
really?
there or was. And yeah, nope, yep. My dad took that job, and that's how we came here.
And you haven't left?
That's not true. I have tried to leave several times.
Oh,
But you know what? In me leaving, I gained an appreciation for Kansas City because I didn't want to move here. Like I was that kid. I was like, no, I
babe,
don't
you
want
been
to
a
move
lot of
here. I
places.
hate it here. I don't even know why I wanted to stay in Omaha instead, y'all. It- Anyway, but I didn't want to move here, and I kept trying to move away and what have you. And then one time I did move away for a little bit and came back and just saw the city in a whole new light. But I think I also had changed my mindset too. So yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All three of my
That's so
children were born
interesting.
here. Yeah.
Okay, so they've been here. They didn't get to be all over like
No.
you when you were born and stuff like that. So you met their daddy and stuff here.
Daddies,
Daddies,
ex-husbands, yes, two of
husband.
them.
You've been married twice.
Yes.
Okay, so
We
that's
don't count the first
interesting.
one.
We had why don't we count the first one?
Because and God rest his soul, he wouldn't care if I told this. He is gay. He was gay. So
He gay when y'all was messing around? Or it was late
no,
like he was
it was after we got married that came out a few months after we got married.
What?
Yeah. But in all fairness, you know, I was young and stupid. I had a child with him, and I was like, you know,
Were you like ignoring signs, or was it a
I
surprise for
didn't
you?
know. I was young, you know, like real young and had not been exposed. I didn't even know
Was he
my
older?
sexual. No, we were the same age. He's
I was like
young.
kind of finding
Yeah,
themselves,
yeah.
right?
And it wasn't until older that I even discovered my sexuality.
Right.
So, you know, I didn't know. I remember his mom tried to stop us from getting married and said that he was gay, but I remember asking him and he was like, "No, I was touched by guys as a kid." And he was like, you know, I've had thoughts, but I've never, you know, acted on them, not knowing how that works, right? It doesn't work that way. And so the truth was by then he had already dated guys and been with guys and all kinds of stuff, but he lied to me about it. So yeah.
Dang.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
We
That's
squashed that
up.
beef, yeah, before he died. So
That's good. That's good. And then husband number 2.
ooh.
How long were we married?
So here's it, and we talked about. So I have a group for Black women now, right? And it's every other Wednesday, and we talked a little bit about making decisions, you know, trying to right past wrongs and shit. So in my mind, I already had a kid. I had been married, so you know, I definitely have to get down again, right? And so this time I had dated a guy much older than me. He was almost 10 years older than me. And we were together 11 years. I started dating him when I was like 22. We got married when I was 27.
Okay.
We had our first child when I was, I think, 25, and we had our second when I was 20. No, that's wrong. I think 27. Yes, right after I had her, we got married. And then I had my second one at 29 with him. And I didn't realize that when you hit 30, shit changed.
Changed like a motherfucker, man.
The things that I used to like,
it don't.
I didn't like anymore.
Oh my God.
And one of the biggest fights that we had is that he was not ambitious. When we got together, he didn't even have his GED. I pushed him to get his GED. He did. But beyond that, he just had no, just, he was the type that would rather slave and work and just live the bare minimum
So
in
you
life.
grew kind of out of it, out of the situation.
Baby, I went and got my bachelor's while we together, right? And then he was supposed to like go to school or whatever. He did go to school, and he went to ITT Tech, but they shut down like right before he was due to graduate with his electrician certification. So then I went back and got my master's. Yeah. And so my mom told him, she said, if you don't get it together, one day she's gonna surpass you and it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, because you're growing, and if you're staying stagnant,
you don't think at 22 you a baby.
No, nobody thinks that.
No.
Absolutely not. Oh my God, I was just having a conversation with somebody. Like, I feel like I'll be 38 this year, and I feel like it's my 20. Like, if I knew and so self-aware and just knew my worth and all the things that I know I deserve and that I can do by myself and just different things, like I would have pushed a different line back in my 20s. I don't have any regrets as far as my past lifestyle, but like, but I love it here in the 30s.
But and it gets even better in your 40s. I just turned 40.
Okay, I can't wait, baby. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it does.
I'm amping up.
You know, when I was turning 30, I cried my eyes out. I was like, oh.
I didn't want to turn 30 again. So my God.
And I remember a few older women laughing at me and just shaking their head. And they was like, your 30s are going to be amazing. Yes. Right? And your 40s, let me tell you about your 40s. She was like, in your 40s and your 30s, you figure out who you are and you learn how to say no.
Yes.
And stick to your no.
Yeah.
In your 40s.
That classic Butae made to Banana appointment.
Yeah. She said in your 40s, you begin to really spot bullshit and not be a part of it. And in your 50s, people don't even have a chance.
Yeah, that's why I don't even I work with a lot of older people.
Same.
And because I go to therapy and I just realize now that, baby, they just stuck in their ways. They sell, they own what they own, you know? Yeah. And I had to understand, well, I'm not on that. I know that for sure I'm not going to be here as long as they've been sitting here. And just my plan, my journey is different. But at the same time, had to accept what they own, their opinion too. Because that's just what it is. Like, they done been through a lot. Like, I think, and times change.
Built different. We're just made different. We do things a lot of different. We don't as much do things out of trauma. Like the generations ahead of us, they had to survive, more than we did. And our generation came through, was like, fuck that.
And they was, because they was just taking shit. Yeah. I'm happy I probably would have been hung somewhere with this. Funny.
Oh.
I would have been, yo. Okay, so speaking of like therapy and stuff, we like to do mental checks. So today, how are you mentally?
I am great mentally, and I love my social worker heart says, yes, I'm so glad you do that, because check on your strong friends, y'all.
Oh my God, yes.
Check on your strong friends, the ones that are always there for everybody else, because there are days and moments that they need to be asked, how are you today?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But today is a good day. Today is a good day.
That's great. That's great.
How are you? Mental check, how are you?
Thank you for asking.
Absolutely.
I'm good. It's a great day. I'm just amping up. This is the week. By the time this drops on Friday, I'll be sad. My baby will be gone one whole day. So we're just prepping. I'm enjoying my last couple of days of freedom for the young kid. I've been just, baby, summer, I have no complaints. I really don't, even though life be life and at the same time, but everything still be good. Yeah. And I have had a good summer with no responsibility of a young kid. I ain't even
good. Those are blessings.
Yeah,
that's another conversation that we've been having is about motherhood. And there's this belief that you have to be like, Oh, I love motherhood. Oh, it's wonderful. Man, sometimes fuck this shit.
No, we have, we have our moments. And I was just talking to someone like I'm finally at this great co-parenting stage. It took a while. Carter's 8, but we got this balance. It's working. I'm trying to let go. This is my first time ever, doing this. So it's like a journey for me. I'm going through all these journeys, but I'm blessed. So I can't complain. Like, people don't have, what I have, even though it's little or a lot. It's people don't have it, and I'm grateful
I
for
wish
whatever I have.
so bad that I had a co-parenting relationship with my second ex-husband. He just no.
So no. What about with the kids? Like, is he active?
No, he decided that
When he was done with you, he was done with the kid.
when I said this wasn't working anymore, he said, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, we don't like those.
Take the kids with you.
We really don't.
Yeah.
Boo to you, sir. Whoever you are, for
Yeah.
real. I don't like you, and I hope I don't know your ass.
You probably don't.
Oh, great. Okay. So, thinking back, my therapist asked me this. I like to ask people, what would you tell, like, at your age now, what would you tell the 17-year-old you?
Ooh, 17-year-old Rose. No, 17-year-old Erica was a mess. I had a lot of self-love issues. I had been through some things by then. And I didn't think I was beautiful. I didn't think I was a good person. I didn't think a lot of things. So I would tell myself two things. First, fuck them people. And the second is, do not wait till tomorrow. Cuss them people out today.
Okay. Okay.
And get rid of some folks too. Get rid of some folks. There were some people that were in my life that stayed way too long because, wasn't sure of myself,
Right. Yeah.
That's again, what we talked about in the 30s. Oh my gosh, that's the beautiful thing. Those people started dropping like flies because I started becoming self-aware and started being comfortable with letting people go.
Right. Right. I didn't realize I had crazy, literally, like a couple weeks ago, I realized that back in the day I was a people pleaser. And not even where, because people are like, you always got this FU attitude and all this, you don't give a fuck. I don't, like, I really, but it took a while to get here because I used to just be like, okay, not even thinking about, even though I always was about, get my money and things like that. But when it comes to men or just work or just whatever, it's just like
friends.
Yeah, and it was just like whatever they say. Like, okay, I'll try this, or okay, let's do this,
what
or
taught you
okay.
that, Rocky, as a Black woman? You know what? And we talked about this too. You know what taught you that? Code switching. The fact that we have to be different in different settings, because if we are ourselves in all settings, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't go well for us.
Right.
As comfortable as we're talking right now, we can't talk like that at work, right?
Right.
We can't talk like that at work. We're aggressive. We're all these things. So when you learn to kind of push yourself down, because you have to, it teaches you not to have a voice. Somewhere we learned as Black women that our voices don't matter or won't be heard. So I'll just go along with whatever.
And I feel like I always been kind of like Sagittarius, like, but as like, but when I was an entertainer and things like that, I feel like I used to just go along with stuff because I was getting paid. I used to strip back in the day.
Okay, so same thing I do.
Yeah,
my sister grandmother is
stripping. Yeah, I really love that because, man, I had talked to you off camera about it with my homegirl. Be like so perfect. She's amazing, and I just had this vision in my head for years about this burlesque stuff. But yeah, I just feel like I used to be like, okay, because I was getting paid or whatever, when in reality I wasn't thinking about later in life that all the things would follow you, all the things, just all those things. But I never really, I never gave a fuck about what the man or anything was saying, because I am a product of a woman that was in a abusive.
Same.
I was in an abusive home, so I'm a
I
child.
wasn't in an abusive home, thank God. My dad wasn't, but my mother's first husband was.
Yeah, my dad was not the abuser. I want to be clear on that. But I was in a home. I was raised in a home, and my mom was getting abused. So it took me to go to therapy to realize why I am and how I always been towards men. You know, and then now the way I done did, I feel like has dwindled down on my daughter in a different way. And now one day she done turned 18 and she could tell her own story. I'm only here to tell mine.
Right.
So, but yeah, I just feel that way. Like I don't know. I'll get it together.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand what you mean and what you're saying. And I think so. Some people will ask me like what the difference is between stripping and burlesque. Well, two things. So burlesque is the art of tease, it's the grandma of stripping, right? It was burlesque before there were ever strippers. But stripping is what other people want to see. Burlesque is what I want to show. There's an empowerment in burlesque. And there's also this thing that we push called consent. Like, you will not be touching us. We will not be touching you without consent. I think in strip culture, it part of the culture that I don't like. First of all, I love strippers. Let me say
Me
that.
too, baby.
And I don't think of myself
One thing
any
about me,
different
I
than
wanna
a
go to
stripper,
the
baby.
strip club, baby.
I love it. I love it. When people are like,
Love a
"Why are you not a
hustler.
stripper?" I'm like, I am. But what I don't like about strip club or strip culture is the lack of voice sometimes the entertainers have. And it's all about appeasing particularly the men because they're the main consumers, right? In that situation.
Yeah, and I believe that, not to cut you off, but
No, go
that's
ahead.
why I like the clubs and the different thing. I never worked in a club. I want to be clear for people that don't know the old me on my platform that I only did private parties. I know people probably was tired of seeing me and my crew because we worked all the bachelor parties.
You know
Anybody
what?
that
I
got
think you gotta
married,
work a bachelor
probably
party that I
anybody
went to.
that got married, they probably is tired of seeing
Years
Rockstar.
ago.
Rockstar then turned into Rocky.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's either, and I didn't have to even do that much back then. It's like you either got, it's something you either got or you don't, like sex appeal. I just shared something on my Facebook that I think it was a Doja Cat, and people were sharing it like, see something. I'm like, she just got, she literally just walked there, did a little dip low, and bam, and it was just so sexy. Like you could literally do that, and it's just, it's you got it or you don't. So I love
it's rooted in confidence. It's rooted in owning your shit. You know, I know some of the ugliest motherfuckers that
Man,
pull
I love
the
a good
most bitches.
it's the
Because of the way they walk, talk.
Yeah.
They like, yeah, I'm ugly. What the
It's
fuck
how
you gonna
you
do about it?
pose. Yeah, and I think burlesque, like you said, that it does teach a woman confidence. You will find a lot of women that's like in the strip club and different stuff that's getting pimped out and shit like that. So that some of them are getting led a different way. Some of them's not. I'm not saying everybody is, but to me, burlesque teaches you more of being sexy, confident. I think it's like something that women should. I love for women to like take classes and do something to make sure
it's rooted in the history. So burlesque is a fuck you to a lot of things, you know, how it came about, particularly in America. And the whole pasty thing is they, you know, during prohibition, they basically were like, you know, our nipples are too distracting to men and it caused them to sin. So they were like, you need
so they had to cover them up.
Yeah, so burlesquers were like, okay, that's cool. We're just gonna put shiny little rhinestones full of glitter because that matters, right?
Right. Definitely standing out.
And then we're gonna shake them in front of your face. Yes, yes.
Oh my God, I love
We're
that.
gonna put tassels on them, and you really are gonna notice the motherfuckers. No, you don't see nipples, but you notice our titties.
That is funny.
Because that always mattered to a man, right? It does not.
No. Yeah. And I just love I love women that are self-aware themselves and are able to just identify their sexiness no matter what people think. That's what I like about you, and it draws me to you that you are just you no matter what. Like she's raw, and I like raw. I love that.
I just adopt a thing that, if I don't love myself, who will?
Right, right. That you're right about that. Um, so far, like or current, what has been your biggest life challenge? Like,
Being a single parent and trying to, and not trying, building foundations for my daughters by myself. Because I never went into parenting thinking that I would do this alone. I mean, I was married for God's sake. So,
right.
yeah. And so,
Right.
you know, while being a single parent, I had to get my master's. And let me tell you about that journey. That journey was tough. I was working 40 hours a week, also had to go to a practicum. My second year, it was 24 hours a week. So it would look like I would work Monday through Friday. And then on the weekend, I would work 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday at the hospital, and had to take 3 classes. One class was every Thursday, one class was every other Saturday, and one class was an advanced class and only like 8 weeks long. And yeah,
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know how I did it. I look back at that
Women.
time. I have no idea, but I knew that I had to provide for these children, and I just had a feeling that I was going to be by myself doing it. So yeah,
Feels like you were getting prepared for it. Spirit
yeah,
was preparing you before you even knew it.
yeah. So really, also being a mother and also being authentic to myself as well is hard. Being all the things that women have to be, but also finding time to be who you need to be for
For
yourself.
yourself to be good.
That is, it takes it. It's gonna piss some people off because you're gonna have to say no.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to say, I'm not feeling that.
Oh, I'm learning. Yeah.
Not today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to, and it sucks. You can't make everybody happy, but
No, I've been out these last couple of years. I have learned that, but it has been the best. My biggest thing for me is peace, elevation.
You can't buy it.
Mm-mm.
You can't buy it.
And you have to. Sometimes you have to demand it. A lot of times we don't create boundaries for certain people because of the certain
Including
relationships.
family.
I was literally about to say that, and because of certain relationships we have. But in the end, what we need create boundaries, have your peace, because without your peace, and if you're too much, we can't be great to others. You hear all this stuff this lady just says she do, like it had to be to others. She gotta be great to a community, do all these things. So you have to
an empty cup.
Mm-mm.
You can't do it.
No.
And women are called, especially Black women, are called to be a lot of things. Pour into yourself first and make no apologies for it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so I know you say you've been married twice. Would you ever get married again?
I would, because I think that I'm a lot wiser. I have been single or at least not unmarried, I'll say. I've had a couple relationships, but I've been unmarried for now, 8 years?
Okay.
So I've learned a lot, and you touched on elevation a little bit.
Oh, baby, this is my elevation year, and it has been so amazing to me.
It's been amazing, but I also want to shed light on healing is painful.
Oh God, yes, it is.
Part of healing is understanding the ways that you harmed yourself. The
I'm gonna light my
times,
blunt today.
yeah,
I'm
the times that
I ain't
you
be at least studio
should
today.
have honored thyself and you didn't, and you were the villain in your story. That is a hard thing to do, to look in the mirror and say that.
You know what? It's crazy that you said that because yes. Recently I really had a hard thing I had to do with my oldest kind of reading me and telling me some things, honey. And these are not things that I haven't been told at all. But coming from where it came from, I didn't give a fuck. But where it came from that time, from what came out of here, that messed me up, and it had me thinking, and it really had me kind of changing some things, and really realizing like, okay, this is what it is. Even though it's hard, it's the hard truths, and the hard truths get you through the elevation. You can't elevate with being stuck in the same spot.
No, you
Um,
can't. No, you can't.
so
And sometimes you have to say, I'm the problem. I had a
yeah,
situation very similar with my middle daughter years ago. I used to be a big yeller at my kids because I would be so frustrated. I'm so
that's
overwhelmed. I'm so whatever.
that's
And one day, my middle daughter scared me. I had yelled at her about something, who knows what, and she literally cut herself. She literally self-harmed herself because of what I did. And that was a hard truth to have to live, that I did that.
yeah.
I did that to her, and I have to change it. I have to change now.
Is she a cancer? Is she one of the cancer?
Mhm.
Yep. And so I feel like my daughter has been so soft spoken all throughout these years. It took me, I tell you, the kids are 10 years apart, to have my son, the Gemini. Baby, with this voice or whatever I would say, he'll be like, hey, why are you yelling like that? Like, he'll check me just like
That's
that.
my Pisces baby.
Yeah. But the other one, the kind of, and she kind of got used to, internalized. She got used to me. She the one that grew up with me, and it was just kind of different. But now she's,
Yeah.
she getting her voice, and it's just like, damn,
Yeah.
And went to, we did counseling. I feel like maybe she would have said that then, but she didn't, and she didn't want to at the time. So it just hit me, but it was just reality, and that's the reality we had to take as we grow, and suck it in, let it out, whatever you got to do, and just move on. But self-awareness and elevation.
Yeah, I had the same thing with my 21-year-old, in that I had to realize that the mom I was to her, we were growing up together because I had her at 19. And then the mom that I am to my
different. It's different.
Day and night.
Right. And I feel I had literally just thought about that, and it's like, damn, you know, because I waited, and then I was a little more wiser, and I still kind of grew, and I knew better with the second kid father. It was just a different kind of, and I'm not doing the things I was doing back then. I don't think about the things. So it kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's never too late, even though she out the door. It's like, that's my kid regardless, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And just, it's going to reflect me, just with my relationships all around, but we will start there because that's the most important. The rest of y'all could wait. I ain't even gonna cap.
And that's what I love about us millennials, Rocky. That right there. I love my parents to pieces, but my parents are in a generation where they don't apologize to their children. We are to be seen and not heard. That whole situation. Do as I say, not as I do. And us millennials, we have a different approach on that parenting. We laugh about gentle parenting all the time, but we really treat our children like they're people, like they have voices, they have feelings,
choices. Like, you want to learn them. And it took me to have a second, right? We have our first kids, right? We're growing with them, we're learning, we're trying to figure out things. And we have the second kid, right? That's totally different from the first kid. So you're learning them. You had to parent these kids different because they're different. Everybody's different. So, it's a journey, baby. We keep it raw around here too, but it is what it is. Okay, let's switch gears. Fuck them kids. Well, we love y'all.
Love y'all.
Okay.
Fuck them kids. Only people who take care of their kids can say that. And it's not, it is funny.
No, seriously.
Those of y'all who don't take care of your kids, that shit ain't funny.
No, deadbeats allowed. I don't even, if I don't even associate with deadbeat men or women. It goes both ways. You won't catch me around nobody that don't take care of their kids. What is your love language and why? And then tell me, how do you give your love? How do you show your love?
So no surprise here, words of affirmation is my love language.
Okay.
And I don't know, yes, somebody can do something nice for you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can give you hugs, but it's something about hearing how what you mean to a person, that it's just music to my ears. I'm also a person that when I listen to music, I listen to the lyrics of music and stuff more than the beat and what have you. And so for me, I give that love by I love to encourage people. I love to especially uplift women. I love to tell you keep going. Your better days are ahead of you, not behind you. So I absolutely am always, all my friends will tell you that I just love pouring into them
Okay.
and just telling them how much they mean to me. I lost 6 people in 2 years during the COVID time. Yeah.
That's a
And
lot.
so I have learned that you need to tell your people today what they mean to you. You really, really do, because you never know. They may not be here tomorrow.
You don't. I learned, yeah, I learned that. Just people close. I really suffered in 2023 the hardest deaths really ever in my life. I really haven't lost people close like that. So my grandmother and my daughter's dad, which changed a lot. A lot changed after 2023. My vision, just everything, But my child's father was a surprise, but my grandmother is like I knew it was coming. And I know that before I had lost my grandfather, I love my grandfather, and I was hurt then. That was like 4 years prior. But my grandma, but I seen it was like half of her died when my grandfather died, which is crazy. So she got sick and she suffered. And, I made sure I did everything I could and gave my grandma her flowers while she was alive. We talked like I didn't feel bad. I knew she was at peace, but it was still hard. Like sometimes I just want to pick up the phone and call her a girl. I'm at the grocery store and I see a short lady and she got her little list. I just start crying. Like I had these random moments and I'm like pouring down at the grocery store.
I lost my grandfather in that was one of the 6 people. I didn't even go 6 months for 2 years, 6 months before somebody new died. And I mean, like some of my homeboys died.
Yeah.
And so my grandfather was one. My grandmother is my last grandparent, and that's my heart and my soul. I'm her favorite. My cousins don't like it, but I'm her favorite.
I think my grandmother that passed, I think my brother was her favorite.
Well,
but I know she loved me. She loved me.
My sister was my grandmother's favorite. Yeah.
I got my grandma, one more grandmother left, and I'm the oldest over there, and I feel like I'm the favorite over there.
Yeah.
But I know that all my grandparents like my grandpa. I miss my grandpa. He was my balance, but it's like my grandpa and my grandma, they were together all my life.
Same.
And they were the opposite. It was so crazy.
Same.
Like, so mean. Like
my grandfather was a fucking deacon, a cussing deacon at that. Okay, he'll cuss you
Arkansas.
out.
He's from Arkansas, and then my grandma is from Little. I don't even know if y'all heard of Atchison, Kansas. Y'all.
Yes, I've had to go there several times for some of my.
Y'all stay away from Atchison, Kansas. Anyway, that's where my grandpa found her, and it's just crazy how the balance is. But you think about stuff like that, like yes, people may look at me like, did she even know? Yes, my mom was married. She been married all her life. She got different, been third. This her third time been married. My grandma and grandpa been married all their life. My grandpa's the only man my grandma ever been with.
Same.
And then on my other side, my grandma, it's her. Then
yeah, on the other side, my grandfather died like the same year I was born. So all I knew was my grandmother, like forever until I was in high school when she.
Yeah, see, my other side, I didn't meet my other grandpa. I mean, he's still around or whatever, but my daughter know him like that. I don't really know about that, so he really don't get no coup points over here on Rock AC. But my grandma didn't hold it down, baby, and I love her to death. I just wish she'll move back. That's why I'm trying to get my money up. So
my grandparents were like your grandparents. So my grandfather was from Jacksonville, Florida. Country boy, real poor. My grandmother was from Pensacola, Florida, and she was affluent and. So my grandmother is like the quiet storm, and my grandfather was the loud one you saw coming. But baby, do not piss that lady off, because that one is the one you don't see coming. That is the one you don't see coming. But yeah, no, my grandparents, and they were married 65 years when he passed.
Oh man.
So yeah.
I didn't even think about how long my grandparents did. They're my grandma and grandpa right there.
Oh.
I got that made for my grandmother when my grandpa passed. I gave me and my brother got that made for her and gave it to her for their anniversary. And when she passed this on, I said, "Girl, I need that. I wouldn't consider that for my mama. Get my pillow back." Go. Okay, but let's have some fun. Let's play a couple games.
Let's do it.
You wanna hit this?
Absolutely.
You know, I got a whole little setup. I don't want nobody to think I'm over here being stingy because there's a lot of stuff right here, and
there is
so she could do whatever she wants to do here. So I just want y'all to know, like, the girl.
Absolutely, I would totally celebrate.
Okay. So I think we're gonna play accept and reject it. And then I want to do a little unboxing with you because you guys, I just made up this game because I forgot what I ordered and I want to see, and I figured she'll be a fun person to open it with, and we're gonna see what the hell it is. So I can add it to my black bag.
Don't ever come to a game night with Rose. Rose turns everything into a drinking game, baby.
Okay, so we're gonna play Let's Get Raw. We've been playing that lately. That's one of our newest. Games. We turned 2 on 816 Day, which was yesterday, but by the time this drop, it'll be a few days. But we're 2 years old now. So thank you. So what is your views on gender roles in a relationship?
Ooh, shit. Ooh, let me hit the button.
Let's get right. Okay.
Okay. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them. I try to tell women this. That whole, it's a nice thought, having a man that pays all your bills and you get to stay at home and take care of the household and what have you. But I had to learn this from one of my previous relationships that was like that. And that when the man pays all the bills, a lot of times he want all the say. That means your ass got to be in the house by a certain time. That means a lot of things. And if you're not willing to do that, you have to consider that. I'm a 50-50 girl myself. Gabrielle Union taught me.
Okay. I like that because I never been married. Okay. I am one of those ones. It's hard for me. I am learning. I guess everyone says I like to be in charge, so I have a problem with being in charge. I have been in relationships where I still haven't gave up my place, but always pretty much stay within the whole relationship until it was over, and then I was back in my shit. I made sure my shit was paid. I just never been able to let go and be comfortable.
That's called trauma. That's something different.
And I get, and it's because of what I said. Me being a child in that home, I just don't feel like. But now I'm going through this. Like my daughter said to college, I feel like now, okay, Geronimo, maybe you need to chill, you could settle and start.
Well, because I can tell you this: growing up in my household, my mother was as in most Black households, the mother usually is the more assertive one. She runs the household, and the dad is little. My dad was the nurturing one. He was the one that hugged us and loved on us and what have you. My mom ruled with an iron fist. In our household, it was just me and my sister. Even though I have a brother, he wasn't raised with us. So my parents didn't teach us that women just wash dishes and clean. No, we wash dishes, we clean, we also mow the lawn. We do it all. And so I wasn't raised that there's just
one or the
assignments for one, or the other. My mom took out the trash too, just like my dad. My dad did it more often than my mom, but my mom would pick up that trash and take it outside if it needed to go, And so I think that I don't know. I think people get hung up on gender roles.
I don't really care. I'm not big on gender roles. I just want somebody that is spiritually inclined with me.
Yeah.
And that we could build as long as but I'm at the age where I'm also not accepting anything. I'm not trying to build a bear. Now you got to come halfway built, and then I could help build you. Put the head on top or something.
I'm on a journey to healing. I need you to be on a journey to healing too. I need
Right.
you to not be expecting somebody to heal you. I'm
Yes.
cool on that.
Yes.
I'm cool on that as well. I tell people all the time, I can take care of myself.
Yeah, I'm not
I pay my
expecting.
own bills. I
Right.
do all of that.
Hmm.
I look for companionship.
Yeah.
Okay. I look for us to be in alignment. You
Hmm.
know,
That's the word.
if it's meant for us to be able to join forces or whatever, that'll come. But I'm not looking for somebody to sponsor me.
Right.
I don't have a sugar daddy for a reason. You know,
Right.
we laugh about that shit, but that comes with a lot of mess too.
It does. Oh God, preach.
Laugh
That's a.
about it.
We're gonna have to have part two.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the other stuff, like, cause that's a whole another thing right there. But yes, I enjoy being in my power. Actually came back when I didn't have, um like you said, that comes with stuff. When I was an entertainer, yes, I didn't had to pay my bills and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like, I was so used to somebody else paying my stuff, I got comfortable in doing different things.
Mhm.
And baby, when I start getting my own bag, get these benefits cracking and different stuff like that, and paying my own bill, I'm like, dang, I can repay my own shit. I don't really, like, I'm cool. Like, so if I don't have anybody that's gonna elevate me and we're building our dreams together, I really don't need you. I'm sorry. I just don't have time for it. I got so much going on in my life, with my own people in my own household, like, so you're either with it or not, and that's friends. We all got to be building each other up, and have to have some type of thing going on. Or what are we around each other for? Family members or whoever. I don't have to see you. I don't care about none of that title shit. I really don't.
I agree.
But okay, what's your ultimate dream vacation?
I want to go stay where they got the little tiki huts. I know they got them in several different places, but you know, the tiki huts in the middle of the water.
Yeah, that's
And
real.
I
That's
want
like
to
about me
stay
too.
in
I'm with
what
you
is
on
it, the
that.
Maldives or something like that. I heard they really expensive though. And there's other places that are like that are less expensive. But that's what you know, I've
That
been
sound
married
like a
twice. I've had 2 weddings. I've never been on a honeymoon.
What
Two
kind of
weddings.
weddings did you have?
Oh, my
Was
second
they
one.
real wet? Not. I feel like
My
real
first wedding
weddings
was
are
a church.
whatever.
Yeah, my first
Yeah.
wedding was a church wedding. My second wedding, I had like a garden wedding. I had 2 wedding dresses.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't want to
Yeah.
do all that.
I don't either. It's a lot of work.
I just don't even. I feel like, and I really don't even have to really be married on paper where the white man's in my business. I want somebody that's like, I want a spiritual bond with
Which
a man.
I'm glad you said that. 'Cause ladies, come close. Come a little closer. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all think that marriage gives you a lot of things. You think that if it doesn't go wrong or he dies or something like that, he'll leave you with a lot of things. Let me tell you something. As somebody who was married, no, I just started getting child support, you guys. I had to get divorced by publication.
And that's crazy. He divorced the kids.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Crazy.
And it doesn't give you a lot of protection. So, you know, you have to look at marriage as more than just love. It has to be a business.
Yeah. And they do y'all say it again, please?
It has to be a business partnership. You guys have to align.
They get
on
on me when I say that's on my list. Like, it's not just love for me. Love is at the bottom for me. Everything else, like, it is a business. My son's father used to talk to us so much, like, you treat this like a business. Well, it is. You see, we got on the paper. Sometimes you gotta get shit notarized, sign that paperwork.
And if y'all
let the
don't
person know.
believe that it's not a business, look at Ashanti and Nelly. Okay. Nelly did that whole thing, that rally with Trump and whatever. It's affecting Ashanti shit because they're married.
Yeah.
It's affecting both of their brands.
And all your stuff go together, your money, everything stuff is, so you have to really be, oh God. So I haven't been there yet. She has.
I actually would keep my money separate. I just read a thing about a Hollywood couple who has been married forever. They've been married forever. And you know what they never did? They never joined Finances. They each have their own bank account. They have a joint bank account
and
that they put money in for bills, but
And
neither
see,
one of them know what's in their bank
and
account.
that's how these are the conversations now that I have with people in the beginning when I'm dating somebody, talking to someone new. I need to know these things because that's exactly what I'm going to do. What you just said, I definitely want somebody that's comfortable enough to know that that's what we're going to do. It's okay. We're going to have a joint one and then we're going to have a separate one because anything could happen. And you're supposed to be my yin to the yang, so we both should understand that. And I would never be a stay-at-home wife. It's not in me. I'm not that type of woman. It's just not in my chart, baby. So whoever deals with me knows that we're gonna be each other balanced. And hey, we both know I was always taught to keep your own shit no matter what. Act broke and keep your own shit. God damn it. No matter what. No matter what. That's how I was always
the left hand know what the right hand is doing, is what my mom always says.
Yes. Okay, let's finish that sentence. All right. What is my biggest blessing is?
Believe it or not, fuck them kids, but my children, yes, they're my biggest blessing.
Oh my God, yes.
My children are my salvation. And they keep me in check. They keep me grounded.
God, yeah.
You know, I raised them to have a voice because I grew up not knowing that I had a voice, which caused me problems in adulthood. But my children will tell me like it is, and they keep me real grounded.
Yes. Shout out to our kids. That's my biggest blessing too. And you said, what's my favorite kind of movie? What's your favorite kind?
Ooh, I have a few. So Harlem Nights is my ultimate favorite. Yeah,
I love
and then Idlewild. I love Idlewild, but I also like some of the old school movies like Death Becomes Her, and also She Devil with Roseanne Barr, and shit like that. I love Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep has been my favorite for a long time. So
okay, so let's say you're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't answer the phone, what you gonna do?
Text you.
That's it? And wait till you text back?
Yeah. Because here's the deal. I'm not a person that goes through people's phone or do any of that. Because here's the deal. I feel like if I feel like you're doing something, whatever's in your phone, is probably way worse than what I think. So I'm also not a person that chases you down. You're going to respond or not. And that's going to tell me how I'm going to move.
Right.
So if you don't think I'm important, you know what I'm saying, enough to respond to what I got going on, then, or at least tell me like, hey, I can't talk right now. I'm going to get back at you. You know what I'm saying? And actually honor your word. Then, okay, I'm not that important to you. So I need to.
I know that's
something else.
I know that's right. That's how I am. That's how I move. I ain't doing all that. I'm not about to
blowing
do
you up. Blowing you up for what?
Get somebody
You
else.
saw me call.
Yeah.
You saw me text.
Yeah.
No.
If I ain't important, then
you can literally leave your phone right there and I won't touch it. It can be unlocked and I'm not touching it. That's your business.
Yep. I'm on the business that pay me. Mm-hmm. That's it. Okay. We're about to see what I done ordered, and I found in my box that I haven't got a chance to open.
I'm excited.
I don't even know.
I like
so. Which one do you want to open?
Black, baby. Always bet on black.
Let's see what we're gonna call this: the unboxing experience. What's going in Rockies?
Order shit from Amazon and don't even know what the fuck.
No, see, you guys, I used to be the adult toy plug, but now since I don't have that business anymore, sometimes I see stuff and be like, okay, or sometimes I need backup.
To somebody who was selling toys yesterday, that used to. She said Amazon took her out of business.
Yeah. I had a good time. Oh, this is a backup toy. Oh, I'm happy because I needed this charger, but I already have this, you guys. Okay. This is fun. So this is you put this in your panties. And it has the remote.
Oh, I want one of those.
And I'm happy because I already have one and I was looking for this because it is dead and I had the wrong charger. So I'm gonna take this out and I like to keep backup. So this is the backup.
Well, this looks like it's a little pocket pussy or something.
Oh, okay. So that okay, that's that's what that is.
It looks like this is for you, gentlemen.
Okay, so no, it's not.
Oh, what the hell?
So
It's got a whole charger port. What is this?
The pins goes in here, and it vibrates. It's like, while you ladies, you could like it. It's a good. I gotta think.
I need one of those.
So yes,
For nobody in
so
particular.
this is what no, just if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
There you go.
I literally didn't know what was in here, but this is nice and it feels nice, don't it?
It does. It does.
It does. I got one like this in my bag already, but this is like a different. This one's different. This is nice. This is good in the bag. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, before we go, I want you to tell us. I know you just started your stuff this past week, right? I mean, I didn't get to go, but let us know when that is. Tell us about that. Yeah, where we could find the podcast. Yep. And baby, I'm gonna say your social media because you have so many damn shows. I know you're not gonna be able to. You probably don't even know without looking at your schedule. No, I don't. You got some what's coming up. Okay, tell us what's coming up, baby.
All right. So first things first, my group Oya's Garden. It meets every other Wednesday. It's for specifically Black women. So two things: you must be Black, and you must have been born as a vagina or with a vagina, or you identify as a woman. And we talk about things that affect us as Black women, and we just commune. I'll say that without the eyes of men, without the eyes of other races, we are just ourselves. There's no judgment. There's no drama. There's no bullshit. There's not even any cameras. I don't even tell you who was there or who wasn't there.
So when's the next
It will be on the 27th.
Okay.
Wednesday the 27th, 6:30 p.m. And it's at Namaste. If you've never been to Namaste, check it out. It's the very first Black-owned non-alcoholic bar in KC. And what that means is there's a plethora of drinks and teas that are made that you can add CBD and THC to. Shout out to the Fabulous Moon. She's great. Just great energy overall. They also have sessions called Tiny Shell on Thursdays. It's like Tiny Desk for local artists.
Oh, that sounds like my
yes, yes. Big Body Caprice is coming up next month. Check her out. That's my baby. And so that's what I'm doing with that group. Burlesque, I actually perform at Titties and Tequila on August 31st. I also teach a sex ed class at Titties and Tequila as well. And if you haven't been to one of my sex eds, you'll love it. I'm doing it joint with the fabulous Heidi Coach. She's a life coach. She's also a sex therapist, and she's been trained in a whole nother way. So we're gonna have some interesting conversation there. And of course, am I gonna get naked at Titties and Tequila? I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe.
Titties and Tequila.
And so that's also coming. And then I also go-go dance. I go-go dance for all my LGBT people. I go-go dance at Woody's on Sapphic night, and that means ladies' night, basically. And the next one is it's always first Fridays of every month. So it's coming up here really soon. It's Sapphire Night. We just had a glow night. That was beautiful. It was so great. Now we're doing Sapphire Night, and so that's gonna be amazing as well. So I do know my schedule.
So
ask me as a social worker
good.
What the fuck I'm doing.
Baby, you good. Because when they hit me with some stuff, I be like, I gotta put not only do I have a schedule, I'm not old school. Everybody, I got all these devices. People think my schedule's in one of these. No, I have a black book. I had to write it down. I gotta see it. I gotta manifest it before it happened, baby, because I gotta mentally prepare because it'd be so much going on that I could just easily forget. Like it's just so many different me's and so many places I need to be.
And then let me remember the podcast you asked me about.
Yes.
Catch it on YouTube. Let's talk about it with Rose. Catch up, watch season 1. We had a lot of great guests, including Cal 10 was on there. He was my first guest, actually. And if you ain't never seen that motherfucker, he is funny as shit. And then also Big Body Caprice was on there, and several other like wonderful, wonderful guests. So definitely check out season 1. And I also did a queer sex ed
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go hit the replay. I'm gonna hit the replay and catch up so we could be ready and gear up for the next season, baby.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
I thank you for having. I remember when I first saw you at the podcast convention. You
Oh my
remember
God, yes, I do. You and Joe, we literally had just started. Maybe like a couple months or so before then.
Yes, you had.
Yep. And it just dropped and was just kind of meeting folks, seeing what the podcast is. Look at us on here.
Look at you now. You guys have grown so much, and I love to see it. I love to see Black women just shine. Do your shit.
Yes.
Never take your foot off of these motherfuckers' necks. Please.
Never.
Thank you.
Ever. And don't let them slide because they're going to skate on your dumb
ass.
Okay. And we are real ass women having real ass conversations. Bye.